welcome back to another episode of Pioneers and Builders in the city of Jacksonville, Florida, or as we love to call it, PB and Jax. As you guys know, we just like to spotlight people who are doing things in Northeast Florida that pioneer the way that we live life here in the Sunshine State. Today is no different. We're in the coolest building in the world. We're at Relics in the Rail Yard District of Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm with the co-owner and co-founder of Relics, Mr. Michael Murphy. Michael, welcome to PB and Jax.
Yes, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for being on. 55,000 square foot building. Talk to me about, let's go through the origin story real quick. I would love to know if this was the original plan out of the gate. Did you anticipate coming into 55,000 square feet, or was the movement a little bit smaller out of the gate?
We were basically living up in the mountains in western North Carolina on the side of Mount Mitchell, which is the highest mountain in the eastern United States, and we had a house down here. We were coming down, spending the winter down here, and we were looking for something new to do, and we stumbled upon this building, and we walked into it, and it was so beautiful, the light and the bricks, the wood, everything. We just sort of fell in love with it. It was almost like a cathedral kind of experience.
Yep.
When you see it empty, it's just an amazing structure. So we just decided to get it, and we started collecting things, and we were restoring the building. The building had been empty for, I don't know, a number of years, and it took us about almost 2 years to totally restore the building. We had a crew of about 12 people in here for about almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was a massive job.
So it was empty, but it needed a little bit of a facelift?
Yeah, it needed a total facelift. It didn't have any electrical, it didn't have any plumbing. It was just basically just sort of almost like an abandoned building. But it has great bones. It used to be a railroad depot from 1927. It has 3 bricks thick. I mean, it's all hard pine. It's just, it's structurally, it's just an amazing building.
Yeah. And so when you took it on, you knew the work had to be done. And from that point, were you relocating from North Carolina to be here?
No, we had to start collecting everything from scratch. I mean, we had like zero. I was trading stocks at the time, so we had like nothing. Nothing at all.
So when you got the place, did you know that you were going to turn it into this? I mean, did you know what the plan was, or did you buy it because it was great?
Well, I didn't really have honestly, it was sort of crazy. I didn't really have a plan. I knew I wanted to put everything in here I liked, and I love antiques. I love architectural salvage. I love woodworking. I used to have a national mail order catalog. We had plans, kits, and parts, and toy making supplies. We were like the biggest supplier for toy makers in the country for about 10 years, and I sold that company in 1991, and then I moved up to western North Carolina, and we lived there for about 20 years. I restored probably about 12 old historic structures.
Yeah.
And I realized when you're trying to restore an historic structure, it's really difficult. You can't go to Home Depot and find the right parts. So I wanted to be that supplier for historic structures for restoration. And right now, I believe we're like the second, third largest architectural salvage company in the country. So we draw from a huge region. We draw from at least, people drive 4 or 5 hours away all the time just to come here.
Yeah, I've noticed that on social media.
Yeah, it's amazing how far people drive. I mean, Louisiana, North Carolina,
Tennessee,
southern Florida, yeah, Tennessee.
Yep.
I mean, at any place in the south or east, they'll drive here.
How, if you can't just go to a hardware store to get the things you need, how are you able to procure what you need to become the number 1, number 2, or number 3 firm or shop?
Well, I was going to auctions for sometimes, actually one day I remember going to 3 auctions. I went in the morning, afternoon, and evening. And a lot of times you can find old stuff, and we buy estates out. We get people send us what they have for sale all the time, and we'll tell them if we want it or not, and they'll bring it in, and we typically trade for them. So we have and then people call us. They know what business we're in. We get it from just a massive variety of sources. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. How long did it take to fill this place out?
Oh my God! It took I mean, I was working, I mean, pretty much it took me like 6 or 7 years to get all our sources developed, because we now have suppliers all over the world. We have suppliers in Egypt, we have suppliers in India, we have suppliers in Costa Rica, we have suppliers in Bali, and we have buyers on all these places. So, I mean, to get really to where we are today, it literally took about 9 years to develop all those sources, because it just takes a lot of, just being in business and then just a lot of research. And the longer we're in business, the more people that contact us, and the more we're known. So it's a lot. Now it's really easy to get items.
Now it's a funnel, right?
Now
People
it's a funnel.
Come to you. Okay, yeah.
Basically, we can be really picky now because we have so many people that want to supply us. But the first years, it was really difficult.
Yeah. So this is truly a global operation.
Yeah, I mean, we supply. We send. I mean, recently we sent to film for somebody who was doing a film in Yugoslavia, and they wanted the building to look like an American building. They were getting plugs from us. They were getting all these props and everything, trying to change a Yugoslavian house that looked like an American house. I mean, we supply people. There was another TV cooking show in England where they needed a pink drop-in range, and we supplied them. I mean,
did you have it, or did you?
Yeah, we had it. They saw it. We had it on eBay or something, and they saw it. The other day also we sold a nightstand from the 1400s, and that got picked up and sent to France. So I mean, we send our products all over the world.
Okay, that's beautiful. The question on my mind is, why did you feel that this was something that needed to be done, or that you wanted to do? Where did the passion come from?
Well, it was sort of a combination of it's like everything that I love, I tried to put in together. And then also, the environmental aspect of trying to save all this stuff going to landfills, because about 35% of the material in landfills is building materials, and there's all these great buildings being destroyed, or I mean, a lot of contractors just knock buildings down, and now they have some place to take it. They get some value out of it, and typically contractors love to. They don't want to. They just don't want to destroy things. They want to save things. So that's the other. It's there's so many different reasons why it's such a great business, because we don't create anything environmentally destructive. I mean, we're basically just picking up all the pieces that were going to be destroyed or not recycled.
Okay, you're telling me that 35%, so just over 1/3 of all material that ends up in a landfill
building materials
is building material.
Correct. Yeah, most people don't realize that.
I would have thought 85% would have been just household trash.
No. That's what all the research shows. I mean, that's not my research. That's
okay.
Yeah.
So over 1/3, and so ideally, Eco Relics would like to prevent as much of that from going to a landfill
and I
as
can't
possible.
imagine how much material we've stopped from being taken to landfills just in Jacksonville. I mean, it's a lot of materials.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go into detail about all the different jobs we've done where things are going in landfills, but I mean, it's pretty much everything you're looking at.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about something that I found to be very cool whenever I first heard about Eco Relics. Anybody can look at what's behind us, and you can buy things off the shelf, repurpose them, do whatever you want, but you can pick and choose all kinds of different wood features, countertops, sinks, whatever, and then you have a shop in the back where you can kind of make something in the way that the person who's buying it wants it to look like.
Yeah, that's what's really nice. It's sort of like our wood shop is kind of like Disneyland. People can come in, we have an overview, they can come in, they can see stuff being built, and they get kind of excited, and they start talking to the craftsman, and then they might mention, hey, I could use something or whatever, and the craftsman will walk them through the building. They'll try to find pieces. They can pick exactly the wood they want, or maybe they want to incorporate some other product into. We've made all kinds of objects out of just items that we have here that we incorporate, and then they can watch the progress as it's being made. They can come in and watch it, and yeah, it's a really great experience. I think people really enjoy the hands-on experience and be able to pick from. We have over 50 species of woods. So, nobody has that many species of woods.
No. And I've noticed there was a table I saw not too long ago in the conference room at the Link down in Nocatee that was made here. So and it's a big table, it's huge. So these tables, they don't have to be just like dinner tables.
No, we do big conference tables. We did not that long ago. We did a 24-foot conference table, and it was on a high-rise building. So they couldn't bring it up the elevator. They actually had to take the windows out of the high-rise, get a crane in, and put the conference table right in through the side of the building through the window. So yeah, I mean we do a lot of commercial conference tables for businesses, for big businesses.
That's wonderful. What's the response been like in Jacksonville after they see what your message is, which is let's keep things out of the landfills. We have all this stuff locally. You either live in Northeast Florida and come get it yourself, or you can come from out of town and purchase whatever you want. But for you, what kind of message have you received from your customers and even potentially from the city about the fact that the work you're doing is incredibly meaningful?
Our customers love it. We have people that stop in every week. They're always looking to see what comes in new and what's cool because, typically if something's really cool and really new, it doesn't usually last that long. And people love the concept. The people that work here, most of the people that work here are really engaged. That's why they chose to work here. Maybe it wasn't the highest pay or whatever, but they like what we do. They appreciate what we do, and they feel like they're doing something beneficial. They're just not working in a cubicle for some giant corporation. They feel like they're making a positive impact on the world, and that's the main reason we've been able to get such incredible employees.
Yeah, absolutely. To continuously fill the building, so obviously you sell things, you make things.
Right.
Do you rely on donations? Do you still go to auctions? How do you continue
No, we
to
get very
this?
few things maybe 1% of the things we have are donations. We buy virtually everything. Luckily now, because we've been here so long, we get people emailing us with whatever they might have, grandma died or they're moving or whatever. They buy a building that has a lot of stuff in, or they just bought a building, they're going to remodel it. And so they send us pictures of whatever they have. They send it to info@ecorelics.com. We look through it, we'll tell them what they want, and then we'll make a deal, and then they can bring it in. So, yeah, it's a really easy way for people to get rid of things that might be of interest to other people, and they just don't really know quite what to do with it.
Okay. I want to help people understand the scale of this. This is a 55,000 square foot building. For me, whenever I was walking it, I just felt like it never ended. There was another turn to make or something like that. It's huge. And then there's an outside component to it as well.
Yeah, there's about an acre there. And then we have another facility too. We have another building that's 20,000 square feet where we store our lumber. So if you don't see...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, if you don't see what you want here, I've got probably 30 semi-truckloads of lumber over there. And we do the kiln drying over there. We do the wood flattening. I've also got another approximately 40 shipping containers full of products over there.
Really?
Yeah, really. I've got enough.
Where is this?
This is at Cleveland Road.
Okay.
Yeah, and so basically I've got enough inventory just sitting around to supply us for about 5 years. That's how much inventory I built up. I'm a bit of a hoarder.
Yeah, that's what you have
if
to do
I
to
find
keep out
something
the fill.
interesting, I basically have filled the entire lot over there. I've got about an acre. Just outside with lumber. I've got, like I say, the 40 shipping containers. So I couldn't buy any more, and Annie told me if I bought any more, she was going to divorce me. So I sort of put the kibosh on not buying anything else.
Okay. Well, you have to be a hoarder to keep it out of the landfill. So
Right.
I get it. And then, so how much?
I'm a constructive hoarder.
How much stuff gets moved out? Like, how many sales do you typically do a day? How small? What's the smallest item to the biggest item that can walk out of here?
Somebody could buy a nut or a bolt, or somebody could buy, a $25,000 conference table. So it's pretty much.
Yeah.
We do a lot of wood sales because we have a special program now for buyers. If they become a member of our board member, they get 25% off on all their lumber. Okay. So that's been really positive, and our lumber sales have increased a lot because our prices are, with that discount, are definitely better than anybody else in town.
How big is your board?
Oh, the board membership. You buy a more board membership, which
Okay.
is I believe it's $125.
So it's a play on words. Board is in
Right,
wood.
right.
Yeah,
Board, yeah,
I
a
get
board
it.
member. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
it's a goof.
Yeah, which is it worked.
Right.
It fooled me. All right. So board membership, you get 25% off the lumber.
Right.
Okay. And up to $25,000 conference tables, and you said this thing can go down to a single nut or bolt. I mean, you can
Well,
buy.
that's just for the lumber. You get a discount on the lumber.
Right.
Everything else is not discounted.
But people can purchase things as small as.
Oh yeah, they can spend a dime conceivably, or a nickel if we have anything for a nickel, which we probably
do. Yeah. So location-wise, I want to talk about this. You're in the rail yard district. I think I spoke to Jeff Edwards the other day, who used to be the president of the rail yard business.
Well, actually, Annie was the most current. She just resigned about a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, Annie basically, Liz came to us and elicited our support trying to get the rail yard district started. So Annie was really one of the main drivers of creating the rail yard district.
Okay.
She's been involved with us. She was the most recent president for quite some time, and she's been actively involved in it since it started.
What does it mean, if anything, to be in the rail yard district?
It's basically highlighting what the businesses are here, making people aware of the district, giving it a cohesive voice, so we can go to the town hall and be heard, and they can hear our concerns, and just making people aware of what's here. You know, there's a lot of different things that they do.
Yeah.
Annie could probably talk to you about that more extensively than I can.
Yeah, well, happy to talk to her
Yeah,
about
sure.
it. I'm interested about you physically being in the rail yard district. I mean, I understand that this was a big business driver for a long time in the city of Jacksonville, and now there's a resurgence. There's over 300 businesses in the area, and obviously, physically, you take up a pretty big space of it. So geographically, has this been a good place for you?
It's been the best place. I think we could possibly be. We're right in the middle of all the historic districts in town. You know, downtown, Avondale,
Yes.
Riverside, San Marco, all the historic districts. We're in
Springfield.
yeah, and we're right off 10 and 95. So we have 2 entrances, 2 exits. I mean, it's a great space. It has tons of parking. I probably looked at 20 or 30 buildings, and I've probably seen every warehouse in Jacksonville because we bought from so many warehouses. Businesses are going out of business and things like that. But it's still, overall, it's my favorite warehouse that I've seen in the last 12 years in Jacksonville. And I feel really lucky to have bought it because it's such a great location and has such a great feeling.
Yeah, of course. Okay. There has been a lot of construction over here.
Yeah, that's been really, really difficult for us.
Talk to me about it.
The city is doing a bridge over the Greenbelt there, and it's been shut down for 6, 7, 8, 9 months, whatever it was, and it's just really killed us. It's just crushed us, crushed our business.
So do you get a lot of business from just like passerbys, drive-bys?
Yeah, we get a lot of drive-throughs, and also a lot of people don't know how to get to us anymore. You have to go through the back road and up Dennis Street when you're coming from Riverside. So it's been extremely difficult, and it's decreased our sales 30-40%, which
That's
is
significant.
crushing.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I didn't know it was that much. I thought you were going to tell me 10%.
No, because we get no through traffic, and it's just it's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
And what's the progress on the bridge? Have they finished it?
Hopefully they're supposed to be finished in March.
Okay.
It's going to be a real plus because that's going to be the first access point to the Greenbelt,
Yes.
and people can walk up from there. But yeah, it's been extremely painful.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I am too.
Truly, I'm sorry to hear that. So you've reached, I saw an Instagram post, you feel like you've reached an age where running this full time might not make the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be 74 next month, so.
What's your birthday?
April 9th.
Oh, I'm March 26th. I thought maybe it would have been close. All right.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not really actively that involved in it anymore. I'm not that active in it anymore. So and Annie's sort of taken over the mantle, and she's got an older mother who's 90 years old, so she takes care of her too. So she's sort of doing double duty, and it's time to move on. And somebody else take it on.
Yeah, so we're going to sell Eco Relics.
Yes, we're going to have to, because we can't keep things forever. Unfortunately, I'd love to, but you get older and you got to move on.
How long have you owned Eco Relics?
This will be I believe this is the 12th year we've been in business this year.
And how long ago did you buy the warehouse?
I think it was about 14 years ago.
14
and
years.
It took us about 2 years to remodel it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to selling, how important is it for you to find the right buyer that has the right mindset around the same mission?
We really do want to find the right buyer. Somebody wants to carry sort of on our mission, but somebody wants to expand it. There are so many opportunities for expansion. We're not doing anything in mail order. They could do all the slab business, all the finish, all the custom work could be done online. We haven't really we just created a store, an online store a couple months ago. It's doing relatively well, but we haven't focused on that. There's basically 5 or 6 areas, profit streams where you could just go online, or there's different ways to increase your exposure, which we're just not doing because neither Annie and I are really focusing on that. We haven't been focused on that for several years. It's just been in sort of a caretaker mode.
Okay, I see your point. I will say this though, you guys have amassed a pretty good following on social media.
We actually have one of the biggest social media followings in the country, because I've looked, there's probably 400 stores similar to us, and I believe there's only one store that has a bigger social following. That's because they had a reality TV show for 10 years. But aside from that, and we're close to them, but we have the biggest social media following of any business like us in the country.
Yeah.
And I spent a substantial amount of money developing our social following. I think I spent about 8 or 10 years ago, I spent about $500,000 advertising Eco Relics, so the word would get out.
Yeah.
We have about 100,000 people now that we can reach with our social media following, which is 1/10 of the people in the Jacksonville area, which is a lot.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
With the $500,000 you spent on the social media presence, do you feel that you got a good ROI on it?
I have no idea, because it's really hard to know with social media.
Did your sales just kind of go up since then?
They've gone up, but that was we haven't spent a lot of money on social media recently because we pretty much saturated the market. Pretty much everybody knows about us now, or not. I shouldn't say everybody knows about us. We get people coming every day that have never been in here, and they're surprised we're even here. But we've done a pretty good.
Pretty good job with social outreach.
We've done a pretty good job of getting the message out.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's clear as day to me.
Right.
Okay. 2 things I care about the most. You've been here. You bought this warehouse 14 years ago. You've been in business for 12 years.
Right.
As a business owner in Jacksonville, Florida, question 1: what is Jacksonville doing well for business owners?
As far as I can tell, nothing.
Okay, that's tough.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that way?
Because they've done nothing for us.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
No tax break.
No.
No land grant. No.
No.
Really?
Yeah, and we've approached them numerous times, and it's sort of crickets.
Yeah. So
I'm not happy with Jacksonville,
with the city
at all. I would rate them a total 0.
That's insane.
Yeah, it varies. Very sad.
Do you think it's the business model that's?
No, I don't know what it is. I think it's just lethargy. I don't think we bring so many people to the Jacksonville.
That is a fact.
They spend overnight. They go to restaurants. They go,
That's a fact.
And
Jacksonville's done nothing.
We get crickets. We're not a local business or a regional business, and we get 0 respect.
That's insane to me. The second question I usually ask is, what can Jacksonville do better? It sounds like the answer is
pretty much
everything.
Anything
yeah,
for everything.
Everything. That's what it sounds like it's going to be. So, has anybody from the city, any representative at all, at least been in here to see what you're doing and get a scope of it?
We have had a couple people in that we've asked to come in, a couple of local reps, and Annie's actually should talk about this but more than me, because she's really involved with the rail yard district and more involved with the city. So I don't want to give them a total 0.
One out of 100.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're not that bad, but right now I feel they're really that bad, particularly with this bridge construction.
Yeah, I think the reason that bothers me so much is because of your involvement in the Rail Yard District, which has 350 plus businesses, and with her leading the council, you know, you've done so much more than just operate a place where people can come buy something, right? It's not just a retail shop. There's a message behind it. There's a social component to what you guys are doing. And like you said, if people are traveling from out of town to be here, we're stimulating the local economy.
Yeah,
regardless.
and Annie's also been on the board of the Greenbelt, and she's been involved in Green Builders Association. She's involved in so many civic organizations. She spends hours literally every day with that.
That's okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I would tell you to your face, you deserve better. I'm sorry that's happened.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, I'll ask you this: when we push this out, how can everybody find you guys? Eco Relics is on Instagram. I get that, and we know locationally you're at 10 and 95 in Jacksonville, but
yeah, right now the only way you can reach us is well, I shouldn't say the only way. The easiest way is to reach us off Beaver Street, go down Stockton Street. The other, that's the easiest way to reach us.
Yeah, that's fine. And then online, ecorelics.com?
Yes.
And then email is info@ecorelics.com?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I want to tell you something. Every time we do these, we end these with gratitude, because the fact that we get to do this is because we're in a place where people are affording others the opportunity to work, to put food on their table. You know, the fact that they're able to pay their rent is because you get to you have the opportunity to employ them. So you built something here that affected other people. So my gratitude is, thank you for building here. Thank you for, you know, you were in North Carolina, you saw this building, you said, I'm going to build this thing out. And you did it in Jacksonville, Florida, which is my home. And I want to tell you to your face, I appreciate you for doing that. I appreciate you giving people an opportunity to work. I also give you a lot of credit for bringing in people that aren't from Jacksonville to come see it for the first time, and you're the cause of that. So for me to you, my team to you, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for being on PB and Jax. I appreciate you so much, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you.